Happy Friday, Cherokee. Just a week ago, we were right here in the Emergency Operations Center talking about ice storm impacts. We are back again today to talk about snow. I'm Erica Neldner. I'm the Communications Director for Cherokee County, and with me again is EMA Director Daniel Westbrook. We are here. It's about 10:30 on Friday morning. What just happened?
So we were just upgraded to a winter storm warning for Cherokee County from 1 a.m. Saturday to 1 a.m. Sunday. And all that means is that we're expected to get up to 2 inches of snow, potentially higher amounts, and that could cause some travel impacts to roadways, especially this time around since temperatures are colder and are expected to be below freezing for up to 60 hours during the duration of this event. We expected that could allow the snow to stick to roadways and cause us some travel impacts, not so much winter impacts to trees and power outages, although we are expected to get wind gusts up to 35 miles per hour, which could cause some trees to fall. But we're mainly focusing on roadways that could be impacted with this snow, but it is all going to be snow, no ice.
And this is not that wet, compacting snow that the kids love to make snowballs with and throw at each other. This is dry snow. What does that mean for the roadways?
Yeah, so with dry snow, we typically don't see it in the south as often. We typically have that very heavy, wet snow that is very nice to compact, and we get a lot of slush on roadways with that. This snow really won't do that. It's going to more, as it hits the pavement, it will freeze on contact. So this drier snow, it's going to be more fine, but as soon as it hits the surface, it will freeze on that surface with our temperatures expected to be in the 20s when precipitation does begin.
And we were really lucky last weekend with not having the forecasted impacts. Some of our surrounding counties and states weren't as lucky. There are some areas, I think in White County and Nashville, Tennessee, that are still without power as of today. So we're very fortunate that didn't happen, but we all were here ready and we were prepared, and we were asking you to be prepared. We're going to be doing that today as well. So if you don't have food in your house, or you're not ready to kind of weather the storm and shelter in place for a few days, go ahead and get prepared. We're expecting some snowfall overnight tonight with those freezing temperatures. I think we're supposed to hit our high around midnight, and the temperature is supposed to drop from there. Yes. So very cold, very frigid. We want to look at the 3 Ps, right? People, pets, and pipes. You want to make sure you bring your pets indoors. Make sure that your pipes are protected and that you're dripping those faucets. Frozen pipes are going to be a big issue here, right?
Yes, so like we've seen in some previous events over the last couple of years, when we get these very cold temperatures, pipes do tend to burst, or if you have sprinkler systems, we've seen those have issues as well. So just be prepared for that. Make sure you've insulated those pipes. You're doing everything you need to do to prevent any pipes bursting, because temperatures are going to be very cold, and there's going to be a long duration of that. From early Saturday morning through Monday, temperatures should not get above freezing in Cherokee County. Also, wind chill values are going to be very cold, especially Saturday night into Sunday. Those wind chill values could range from -5 to 5 degrees above zero. And then also Sunday night into Monday, wind chill values are going to be in the single digits to teens. So that kind of real feel temperature is going to be very cold for an extended period of time. And when you couple that long duration, that's when you start to see those pipes, begin to burst. You start to have those issues. So we want you to prevent that as much as possible.
And so if you do have to go outside, obviously heavy coats, gloves, scarves, hats. The kids are going to want to go out and play in any amount of snow that we get, right? So frequent indoor breaks, make sure everybody's staying warm and gets that refueling so they can go back out and play. Let's talk a little bit. Meteorology is a science, but it's not an exact science. So what we do is we listen to the National Weather Service. They have a lot of experts there who are looking at these models throughout the week, and they are coming down to some more precise predictions. But again, they are predictions, right? So we could see, what, an inch or so is what we're expected. But if we have these heavy snow bands come through like they're talking about, what does that mean for us?
Yeah, so right now our forecast is for up to 2 inches of snow, 1 to 2 inches throughout the county. But if you do get in one of these heavier snow bands, you could see that double. Also, if for some reason the band sets up just a little to our east or to our west, totals may be lower in location. So you're going to see very sharp gradients with this snow event. So your location may see very little snow, while 2 miles down the road could have 2-3 inches of snow. So just be prepared for that. Meteorology, like Ms. Neldner said, it's a science, and there are a lot of factors that go into it. As the last event we saw, we try to make the best decisions with the information that we're presented to protect the residents of Cherokee County and make sure we're here to make sure everything goes as smoothly as possible. We are delighted when things don't live up to the forecast, because that means that we can go home to our families. You don't have the impacts that we expected, and the community is safe. But we want you to be prepared just in case, especially for this event, because we could see road impacts. We could see trees down from the wind gusts associated with this event, and then couple that with the very cold temperatures, then that could create some issues. So just make sure you're ready, you're prepared, just in case for this event.
And go back and look at some of our videos from last week with some great tips in it for preparing your home, ensuring you have what you need. The big things, obviously, is making sure you have proper ventilation. If you have to use a generator, keeping those alternate heat sources away from bedding, from blankets, at least 3 feet to help prevent structure fires. And one thing I don't think we touched on last week is, we're going to have a lot more people out playing in the snow. So helmets when you're sledding. We have a lot of issues with trips and falls and the ambulance having to come. So this will be our only video during this winter weather event. We will be here in the EOC with all of our partners gathering information for you. We will be pushing that out through the Cherokee EMA Facebook page. And make sure you're signed up for the rave alerts, and you can text Cherokee EMA to 226-787 to get alerts to your phone and to your email. Stay safe, Cherokee.